Hey gang, what is up? This is Jones from The Jones Show, bringing another video here today. And today I'll be helping you improve in Call of Duty as always, and I'll be giving you the best assault rifles in order from worst to best. This is obviously my opinion. There's no need to get upset here if your gun doesn't make a certain part of the list. And I also do want to get this out of the way, guys. I do stream on Twitch Monday, Thursday, and Friday at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Also, guys, if you're new here, consider subscribing for weekly videos on how to improve in Call of Duty. All right, guys, on to the video. Alright, on to the first gun on the list, and that's a bad thing, obviously, if you're first on the list, because we are going from worst to best, and that is the QBZ. The cons for this gun: has poor damage range, it doesn't really do well from longer ranges, and it just struggles in fights because of that. It doesn't have the range to output damage that lets you win those longer range gunfights, and the fire rate can seem slow as well in comparison to its damage. So what I mean by that is, if you expected this gun to shoot slow, you expected it to have a higher damage output. Well, it really doesn't do either of those. It has a semi-slow fire rate mixed with a not the greatest damage, so that's the biggest con for this gun. Now onto the pros of this gun: it's an extremely accurate gun from any range. It doesn't really move a lot, has great stability, great accuracy. Wherever you put it, it will hit them. Does perform well in medium range gunfights because of its accuracy, and that damage range at medium range does do a good job at like putting down whoever you're fighting at medium range. Now not at long ranges, but it does do a very good job at medium and short ranges with its damage. Okay, moving on to the next gun on the list, and that is the XM4. The biggest cons for this gun is it seems to struggle with accuracy from long range, and it also seems to have limited stability when firing from long range. So not only at the accuracy itself, but also stability. Also, the range is limited, but it's not as bad as the QBC. It seems that in longer gunfights, you can get away with some wins, but sometimes more than not, you are going to lose that gunfight if you're shooting from a longer range. Now, moving on to the pros of this gun: it has amazing fire rate for an AR. I think it's actually the highest out of all the ARs. It can absolutely melt people from medium and short ranges with its high fire rate. It doesn't even matter about the damage at that point because the fire rate's so good. Seems to perform very well for medium ranges as far as accuracy goes, and the stability. And the damage range, like I just said before, is perfect for medium range and short range gunfights. And also, not only the damage, but the fire rate really helps it be very successful from medium and short range gunfights. It's a very run and gun AR, if you will. If you throw like no stock on it, stuff like that, it's a very run and gun AR, and it does very well in that. Okay, moving on to the next gun, and that is the AK-74. Now guys, I do want to let you know that I will leave a card in the top right description if you do want to see any of the other videos that I have made about Black Ops Cold War, whether it be the alpha, beta review, or the best guns on the alpha. I'll leave a card in the top right description. It'll lead you to the playlist where you can watch all those videos if you guys want to keep up with the latest, greatest tips and tricks and reviews on the alpha and the beta. All right, now moving on to the cons of the AK-74. This gun struggles with stability from longer range gunfights. I found myself when I was trying to get somebody off a head glitch in a building or a window or whatever it may be, that I did struggle sometimes to get them off a head glitch just based on the stability from longer ranges. Now that's actually the only con that I have for this gun. Now moving on to the pros: it has great fire rate to damage ratio, and it will absolutely melt people from long, medium, short ranges. It does not matter at all. It also has great accuracy from medium and short ranges, and it does pretty well from long ranges. It's just the stability kind of gets in the way from longer ranges. And also, a final tip for this gun is it has very nice iron sights. So if there's anybody that doesn't want to use a sight for this gun and use another attachment on the gun, if they don't want to use gunfighter as a wild card, you can always use this gun without a sight, and it does very well because iron sights are absolutely perfect. Now to get into the best assault rifle of Black Ops Cold War. All right, moving on to the final gun on this list, and that is the Krig 6. The only con that I really have for this gun is that it does struggle with damage range, but it is very minimal, and it's not really noticeable unless you're being extremely critical of the gun. And that is the only con that I have for this gun. Now, moving on to the pros: it has great accuracy and stability from every single range, and it has great fire rate for an AR. It's obviously not as good as the XM4, but it is very good for an assault rifle. It has very good range from short, medium ranges, and it actually will give you consistent kills from short, medium, and long ranges. Like I said before, the damage range is very minimal, and it's very critical of that gun. It's my favorite gun of the Black Ops Cold War beta, and it is the best AR in the game in my opinion. Now gang, if you did like this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the bell for notifications, guys. And remember, I do stream on Twitch Monday, Thursday, and Friday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, guys. And I'm out. I love you so much. Peace, and have a good one.